from the financial services market of 2000, when London was the most vibrant capital market in Europe. It no longer is. A lot of London's businesses emigrated to NASDAQ and other parts where they do have an appetite for risk-taking. So what we did was we loaded, largely, as you mentioned, Solvency II and MiFID I and II, which again were largely regulatory initiatives coming out of Europe, rather necessarily than the UK, which arguably have damaged the UK as a risk-taking centre. So what we did was we regulated London very aggressively following FSMA 2000, which morphed, as you know, into the FSA and then the FCA and the PRA, which you've mentioned. So I think what I'm interested to know, and I know the financial sector, so I'm using that as an example. I'm well aware there are other sectors that we're looking at here which are equally as important. And I do have building companies and I do have other businesses that are affected by other regulation. But for the sake of today, and Geoffrey, if you'll just indulge me, I had a look at the FCA, which is a hugely out of control regulator in my opinion. And I had a look at the cost burden. So the FCA's turnover grew between 15-16 and 24-5. From 554 million to 820 million. That's an increase of 48%. Staff costs went from 324 million to 492 million. That's an increase of 52%. Headcount went from 3285, staggeringly, to 5434. That's an increase of 65%. So, I mean, when you look at that, and you look at a lot of that's levied on the industry itself, it results in regulatory burden. So you've got cost and burden. So I can see that there's a job to be done there. But my question is, have you done that for all the other industries that are regulated by other regulatory bodies, particularly the HSE, Ofcom, MHRA, all of the other industries that are also being held back, as well as the financial sector? Because have you done that exercise? I mean, because I would like to know that you will feel happy that you understand what cost and what burdens being loaded onto not just financial businesses, but other businesses.